Okay, I'd like to start by welcoming everyone to this event, ladies, gentlemen, Your Worship the Mayor, our distinguished guests, our outgoing Youth Mayor Sean Lee, our Youth Mayor-elect Ethan Scriven, and our Deputy Youth Mayor-elect Sasha Thomas. My name is Jamie Scriven. I'm the Chair of Merthyr Tydfil Borough-wide Youth Forum, the Chair of the Youth Cabinet and of the Junior Local Safeguardings Children's Board. And I have the honour and the privilege there of inviting you all to the Youth Mayor Inauguration of 2014. I'd just like to sort of bring up the importance and relevance of the Youth Mayor initiative, the platform for the voice of young people that it gives, the chance for young people to endure civic life, and how that helps young people develop as individuals by acquiring life skills and confidence that's going to help them in the future in the world of employment. It's also a sort of a landmark really to show the relevance of young people within the borough, and so is the Cabinet, and the interaction between our local council and our youth council is something that Merthyr Tydfil has to be proud of. Our Youth Mayor initiative is also led by example. We had past youth mayors meet with colleagues and young people from Cardiff, and we were asked to help them support and help set up their structure for a Youth Mayor initiative, which is also a big thing for us. Moving on, this year has been a productive year for our Youth Mayor and Cabinet. Sean Lee has met royalty. Both her and Ethan have trained organisations in their ability to communicate effectively with young people. Sean and Ethan and Sasha are all committed to the work of the JLSEB this year to produce the awareness DVD Caught in Traffic, that's now a national training resource. Sean Lee has been a superb youth mayor, an outstanding role model. I'm sad my time working with her as youth mayor has been so short, but I thank Sean Lee for her outstanding work and commitment and devotion to the young people of Merthyr Tydfil. I not only will have the pleasure of working with our next youth mayor, but the honour and privilege to be able to say, see that boy there? That's my brother. No amount of words can say how proud I am of him. He's shaping up to be an amazing youth mayor and a young adult. I can't wait to work with him in his term of office as we set out to ensure all young people within this borough will be seen and heard. I welcome Sasha to the role of deputy. She's been an outstanding and devoted cabinet member, and I'm sure she'll be a fantastic youth mayor, and myself and Ethan will support you in your coming years. And now I'd like to thank all of you for your attendance at this momentous event. The support you show to the young people of Merthyr Tydfil is very much appreciated. I'll now close my speech, and I'll welcome our Deputy Leader of the Council, Phil Williams, to say a few words. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Jamie. And how do you follow that, eh? Mr Mayor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Merthyr Tydfil Borough-wide Youth Forum. I ain't going to get my teeth around that much longer, so I'll just say the Youth Forum, if you don't mind. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration of our 6th Youth Mayor. In my first term of office, I was fortunate to be appointed the borough's first Children and Young Persons Champion, and the introduction of a Youth Mayor was one of my top priorities. It has taken and had taken a couple of years to achieve that aim, but we got it in the end, and now 6 years on, I'm delighted and honoured to be part of today's ceremony to install our newly elected Youth Mayor, Ethan Scriven, and Deputy Youth Mayor, Sasha Thomas. Apologies from the leader, who's otherwise detained in Cardiff. That's why you've got the second rate instead. Ethan takes over from the outgoing Youth Mayor, Sean Lee, who has been an excellent first youth citizen and ambassador for all children and young people. I'm sure Sean Lee will continue to work with the Merthyr Tydfil Youth Forum in promoting the wider participation agenda. And participation is what it's all about. Some of you may have seen the launch yesterday of the Children and Young People's Rights Scheme, which will see child rights promoted and considered in everything Swansea Council does. Swansea Council is the first local authority in the UK to voluntarily make a public commitment to children's rights. Perhaps this is something that this year's Youth Mayor and Cabinet will wish to pursue to ensure Merthyr Tydfil becomes the second local authority in the UK to make this commitment. After all, this council, through its single integrated plan, has placed participation and children's rights at the heart of our strategic priorities. The Youth Mayor, Cabinet and the wider forum have a major role to play in making everyone aware of our participation agenda. It's extremely pleasing to know that Merthyr Tydfil's participation agenda is considered by other local authorities as a model of good practice. And whenever organisations throughout Wales are looking to consult with young people, they are frequently directed in the direction of the Merthyr Tydfil Youth Forum. Mr. Youth Mayor, can I assure you and your team that none of us councillors here tonight and officers underestimate in any way the value of your role. You not only represent the views of children and young people, but you also have an important civic role, just as our Mayor does.
Thank you.
You will be acting as ambassador for young people and the County Borough of Merthyr Tydfil when discussing issues that affect us locally, nationally and possibly, hopefully, internationally. Finally, Mr. Youth Mayor, I can't let this occasion pass without taking the opportunity to thank Keith Towler, the Children's Commissioner for Wales, who has throughout his tenure been a keen supporter of the young people of the Merthyr Tydfil Borough-wide Youth Forum. Keith, on behalf of everyone here at Merthyr Tydfil County Borough Council and the Youth Forum, we thank you sincerely for your support and we wish you the very best with your future endeavours. We hope you will always remember that you have many friends here in Merthyr Tydfil. Having said that, I now move on to the Mayor to let the ceremony commence.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fellow officers. As the first citizen of the County Borough of Merthyr Tydfil, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Shauna Lee Llewellyn, Youth Mayor, Ethan Scrivens, our Youth Mayor-elect, and Sasha Neve Thomas, our Deputy Youth Mayor-elect. Since the start of the Youth Forum and the inauguration of the Youth Mayor, it has been a tremendous success and given the young people a voice in the community. It has been a great pleasure working with Shauna Lee over the past 6 months. We have attended many functions together and Shauna Lee has carried out her duties with dignity and a characteristic style, and I'm sure she's enjoyed every moment. She has been a magnificent ambassador for the youth of the county borough, and I wish her all success in the future. I will now hand you over to Youth Mayor Shauna Lee Llewellyn.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Sasha on becoming Deputy Youth Mayor, and I wish Ethan all the very best on his coming year. I know they will both make a great Youth Mayor and Deputy. When I stood for the office of Youth Mayor, I did not know what I had to do, but I knew it was something I'd be interested in, so I went for it. And it's fair to say it's one amazing experience. And having Chris and Lynn and the Merthyr Tydfil Borough-wide Youth Forum Cabinet by your side the whole time makes it even better. I have been to some wonderful events and even been fortunate enough to meet Prince Charles, which was another amazing opportunity for me. I remember standing here last year and I was so nervous. But as the year progressed, it got a lot easier and I have gained a lot more confidence. I was so nervous that Chris could not get me to talk that much, but now he can't keep me quiet, which is a good thing, I suppose. This year, I have met some lovely people along the way and I am gutted it's over. However, I will help Ethan this year as much as I can, and I would like him to know that if he needs me, I'm always here, and I would still like to be a part of the Youth Cabinet because all the young people on the Youth Cabinet have achieved a lot this year, like our making of the DVD Caught in Traffic. This from Merthyr Tydfil Borough-wide Youth Forum Cabinet is just the start of something big. Many thanks again for a wonderful year and all the very best to both Ethan and Sasha. Have a great evening.
Right. Ethan Scriven, having been elected to the office of Youth Mayor for the County Borough of Merthyr Tydfil, I now require you to take the pledge of office.
Ethan Scriven, pledge to represent the young people of Merthyr Tydfil and promise to ensure that their voice is heard, valued and considered.
Thank you. Now, if you move to the signature part, as Youth Mayor, asking you now to please sign the register. Put your signature there, please. Thank you. I will now count to sign the register. There we are. Congratulations, Ethan, on becoming the Youth Mayor of Merthyr Tydfil County Borough. Youth Mayor, I now invite you to announce your cabinet and to address the council and your guests.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and His Worship the Mayor. My name is Ethan Scriven. I'm 12 years old and I am truly honoured to stand here as your new Youth Mayor. This year has been a productive year for myself and the Cabinet as we produced an awareness DVD on human trafficking and child sexual exploitation that we launched in View Cinema. I attended World Mental Health Day, delivered young people's state training to an organisation and attended a very successful Schools Council conference. Over the coming year, I pledge to work on getting more young people involved in youth clubs around the borough and within Empty Boyf. To do this, we as a Cabinet need to re-establish a connection with our schools and school councils by attending assemblies. We also need to get more involved in the work of local youth clubs so we can all work in partnership to achieve our goals. I also pledge to try to bridge the gap between young people and the older generation of this town. This has been tried before with the skate park, but sadly this has made the gap bigger rather than smaller. This is an issue I would like to address with my Cabinet members. I also like to see other youth groups going into the community to do some sort of intergenerational work once a month to close this gap by doing a bingo event and food parcels or checking the elderly this winter. Finally, I pledge to make sure every young person in the borough knows their rights as a child and that they all know what the UNCRC is, because we have hundreds of young people within this community who don't know. I thank Shauna Lee for the work she has done this year, but I would now like to say a warm welcome to Sasha Thomas, and I will teach and support you through your term of office, and I know we will work well together. As Youth Mayor, I will stand for a new generation of young people in the borough and get my message across through schools and youth clubs. I think Merthyr Tydfil has young people to be proud of, and I want the world to know about them. I will be a good Youth Mayor because I care about what happens in our borough and all the issues that affect young people. I am confident, passionate, reliable and willing to give up all my spare time to ensure every young person has a voice and a choice to make this town realise it has many young people to be proud of. Thank you for listening and enjoy the evening.
We'll now move on to the pledge part of the ceremony for the Deputy Youth Mayor. So, Sasha, can you stand in such a way? That one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, Sasha Neve Thomas, having been elected to the office of Deputy Youth Mayor for the County Borough of Merthyr Tydfil, I now ask you to take the pledge of office.
I, Sasha Neve Thomas, pledge to represent the young people of Merthyr Tydfil and promise to ensure that their voices are heard, valued and considered.
Thank you very much. As Deputy Youth Mayor, would you please now sign the register? So put your signature on that top line there, please. Okay. I'll now count to sign that. And congratulations, Sasha, on becoming the Deputy Youth Mayor for the County Borough. Deputy Youth Mayor, I now invite you to address the Council and your guests.
Hello, my name is Sasha Thomas. I'm 13 years old. I would like to say a massive thank you to everyone who voted for me. I give you my promise that I will try and drive forward all my pledges. I'm dedicated and willing to try and make all of my pledges work. My first pledge is to raise awareness of dangerous positions young people could be getting themselves into. My second pledge is to make sure that every young person in Merthyr Tydfil who suffers from abuse gets out of that position, or if they don't, they have someone to talk to. My third and final pledge is to make sure that every young person in Merthyr Tydfil gets the same opportunities no matter what their background or social status. I know it will be a hard job to follow in the footsteps of Shauna Lee and Ethan, but I will be fully dedicated and willing to make every pledge work. Thank you for listening. I look forward to working with Ethan this year. I hope you enjoy your night. Diolch yn fawr.
Can we now call upon the Children's Commissioner, please?
Hello, my name is Keith Towler. I'm the Children's Commissioner for Wales, and it's been my absolute honour and joy to have held that post for 7 years. Thank you for those kind words earlier on and about my term in office. But I've learnt a huge amount from the Youth Forum in Merthyr Tydfil. Not just the Scriven dynasty, which has gone from strength to strength. Jamie, I remember you when you were as tall as your brother and just probably as determined to make things change for the good, and you've done such a fantastic job. And to Ethan, you're going to have a fantastic year, and everything that you've just pledged, I know, will come true. And you'll be supported by Sasha, I know, and everything builds on all of the things that you've achieved, Shauna Lee. So it's just fantastic for me to watch what you've done as a youth forum, and I congratulate all of you for the work that you've done. Can I also congratulate Merthyr Tydfil County Borough Council? Your vision around the importance of children's rights is a really significant thing. It was quite a brave thing that you did all those years ago, and yesterday was the 25th anniversary of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, and as you said earlier, Swansea have made that pledge to have a children's rights scheme. I know that you're interested in doing likewise. I'm here to tell you that Pembrokeshire are also interested. The race is on. I really think Merthyr Tydfil CBC should be the second authority to take such a step. And I say that because it's been an absolute privilege for me to travel around the whole of Wales, working with children and young people, thinking about how we can make positive difference for children in everything that they do, to make sure that every child, not just in this borough, but of the whole of Wales, achieves their full potential. But one of the things that I've learned over 7 years is that Merthyr Tydfil is a really special place in terms of children's rights. And I don't say that lightly, and I'm not just saying that because I want you to give me a buffet later. I'm saying that because I absolutely believe it. I wish you all the very best. I won't be the Children's Commissioner next year, but Sasha, when you become the Youth Mayor, I hope that the Children's Commissioner for Wales will continue to pledge support to everything that you do here in Merthyr Tydfil, to the Youth Forum, and to everything that you do as a council. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much.
Can I now call upon Councillor Brent Carter?
Thank you. Unfortunately, the Children's Champion, Councillor Gareth Lewis, couldn't be here this evening. He's been in a course in Bristol and he's stuck on the M4 somewhere. But I can assure you, he will be here later on for tonight's gala event at the Hills Plymouth Cricket Club. Speaking as a colleague and friend of Councillor Gareth Lewis, and I'm sure there's a couple of colleagues here, we all know Gareth wouldn't miss a party, so he'll be definitely there tonight. In Gareth's absence, I'd like to congratulate Ethan on your inauguration. Following in Shauna Lee's footsteps is a tall order, but I'm sure you will take on the mantle with the commitment and dedication that the post requires. As the brother of our former Youth Mayor, Jamie, I'm sure you, Ethan, will have plenty of support and guidance while ensuring you put your own stamp on your term of office. Becoming the lead representative for the young people of Merthyr Tydfil is a tremendous honour. You will act as an ambassador for your peers and champion their views and opinions. I wish you all the very best for the next 12 months and good luck with your achievement and all your pledges.
Then finally, can I call upon the Youth Mayor, Ethan Scriven, to draw these proceedings to a close.
I would like to thank you all for coming and invite you to join us at the gala event at the Hills Plymouth Cricket Club, Pentrabach.